Karibu, karibu, karibu. Karibu nyumbani kwangu, familia yangu. Habari gani? Mimi ni Abu Eli-Ben-Eli. I welcome each and every one of you to my home. Asante Asana for watching my videos. And Asante Asana for all of you people who have subscribed to my channel and have helped me, reach the point of where I have slightly over 500. Now we're on the road to 1,000. And but I need you folks. I need your help. I need your love. So if you haven't liked and subscribed, please like and subscribe. And I wanted to take an opportunity to make a video about Marwa's engineer. Apparently Marwa's engineer had taken off, claiming that there was some sort of illness in the family. He says that his father's spine had some sort of problem, and he was required to take the father to doctors and everything to see what could be done. But if you look at the way that he looks, he was unshaven. And that's funny because I'm unshaven, but let me explain something to you. As part of my faith, I normally go with a beard. Because of health reasons, occasionally I shave. But what is his excuse? Frankly, Familia Ango, it looks to me like if he was coming off what alcoholics call a bender. A bender is when an alcoholic goes out and gets drunk for a period of time, and finally people manage to get him to stop drinking, and he goes back to work. He looked like, his face looked unshaven. He looked a little bit out of sorts. My theory is that he was probably drunk. All of that stuff about his father being sick sounds like a lot of rubbish. It sounds like an excuse, to justify the fact that he was not at his job. But, he went around the facilities. He went around the thrilla, Medellin, in the Kenyan Manila, and he was criticizing everything. He was criticizing the gazebo area. He was saying that the roof is so wrong. He criticized the fish ponds. He was saying that they hadn't been properly done according to his instruction, or they would be filled with water. And I don't think he had much to say about the fact that the water is still muddy. Apparently the fishes that were dropped in might be dead. He was saying, no, the fishes are just deep in the water. Well, the water was still muddy. So all of his, the brilliant solution that he had of using charcoal to clarify the water, it didn't work. And then, more telling than anything else, Marwa has an expensive door, which he got through money that he begged for, for the front door to the Grand Rancho. And they say this door is made of, I think it's mahogany, some wood that, the door is so big and so heavy that it takes 5 men or more to lift it and put it in place. Plus, the gentleman, I forget his name, there are 2 gentlemen who have taken the control of installing the door, excluding the engineer. One of them is a guy that they call the quality control supervisor. I forget, something about quality control, who has looked at Marwa in the face and told him, this house is built of cheap material, and there's the first door that Marwa had put in, he told him this door really should be taken down It doesn't match the decor of the house, and he's absolutely right, by the way. He's absolutely right. It's a cheap, awful-looking door, but Marwa wants to pretend that he's this billionaire Kenyan, He also was talking to one of these gentlemen who's trying to put up this massive front door that's supposed to be bulletproof. Does Marwa anticipate that at some point in the future people are going to be trying to shoot their way into the villa? How much sense does it make that you build your house out of glass, but the front door is bulletproof? Now, they claim that many of these windows are also bulletproof. What exactly is it that Marwa's doing that's so dangerous that requires him to live in a bulletproof house? At any rate, a door can be bulletproof, but if it's made out of wood, what's to stop someone from throwing gasoline on it and setting it on fire? Just an idea, At any rate, he was criticizing them, and he was telling them, you can do anything you want with the tiles or whatever, but do not touch the pillars. If you damage the pillars, it might cause this house to begin to collapse, blah, 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 blah. And then he was talking about the water tower, how the water tower isn't working, that Marwa and his people, used the wrong size tank. And at that point, a strategy, wait. He was blaming that on Marwa. He was also blaming it on Marwa that the front gate isn't complete. He said that he would have painted it, but Marwa wanted tiles so that it can be wiped clean whenever he comes. The point is that this man, the so-called engineer, is a master of pointing his finger at everybody else and questioning what everybody else is doing and telling everybody else how they need to be doing their job, even how the party should run, even who should be let in, he has an opinion on everything. The only thing that he is not doing, and he's always making videos. The only thing that he's not doing is his job. It's his job, and in some way, maybe to avoid looking like a fool, Marwa has already moved on from the engineer. Marwa has realized that the engineer is something of an imposter. Because if you notice, if you look at his videos very carefully, he's no longer consulting the engineer about certain things. He apparently hasn't been consulted in any way about the door, how to put up the door. He was actually very, very surprised at the fact that these men were chiseling into the walls to put up the front door. He was like, and that's when he made the comment about, well, if you want to chisel away at tiles or the surface, that's right, just don't mess with the pillars, blah, blah, blah. It's almost like if Marwa does not want to look like a complete fool by firing the engineer this far into the project, but rather than firing him, he has stripped him of all of his powers, and he's using other people. He's using one man for quality control and interior decoration, and he's consulting him about it. That's the man who Marwa is taking seriously, the quality control guy. And I think it's because the man had the courage to look at Marwa in the face and tell him, your house was built cheaply. These materials for the windows, they're cheaply built, and he's the one who told him that door didn't look appropriate for in the villa. And apparently his ability to stand up to Marwa and tell him the truth is more than the engineer has done, because something that was very, very, very telling when he was standing at the gate, talking about the gate, Marwa was standing in the background in the distance. And if you notice something about Marwa, Marwa is something which in the United States they call a ham. A ham is somebody who cannot resist. If he sees a camera or he sees videos being made, he cannot resist coming and putting his face in it and talking. Marwa saw that he was standing in the side of the camera, and he saw that his friend, the engineer, for whom he has begged some of the American visitors for gifts and everything, he saw him, and he made no attempt to come and talk to him. He ignored him, and the engineer ignored Marwa, which is telling me that the engineer has been demoted, possibly fired, and maybe he's still hanging around acting like if he has something to do with the project, but in reality he no longer has much authority or much power. I think that, pardon me, Marwa has finally gotten around to listening to reactors who have been calling this man an imposter and have been questioning his abilities and what he's doing. The greatest three failures that I see, where the engineer is concerned, well, there's several. But the front gate, the water tower, the fish tank, unmitigated disasters. I mean, and by the way, there's still a bunch of scaffolding up where they're still supposed to be painting. How long does it take to paint a small area of wall? It shouldn't take that long. What is becoming obvious is this: that entire project doesn't have any real effective leadership. Marwa keeps running around in the middle of the working day making videos, and as these men are attempting to complete their job, he goes, "Hey, Buddha, I'm making a video." And the people have to stop working. But even my theory is that even if these people were allowed to continue working continuously, there's no rhyme or reason to any of this. Nobody knows what in fact they're doing. In the middle of a lot of important things getting done, Marwa took a lot of money and a lot of men and put them to making the clay bath. That proved to be a big flop, even though only Mawira and his friends are doing a really great job of, trying to preserve the clay bath, and, they posted videos of these people in the clay bath, and it was not a good look. I'm telling you, there's something that I call the Saga Agenda that's going on in that villa, and that is it. Saga stands for Sodom and Gomorrah Agenda. I'm not talking about Saga in the way that other people do, meaning personal drama. I'm talking about it as an agenda that promotes an alternative lifestyle. And the way that those women were cavorting around in the mud in their underwear or swimwear. One of them looked naked, her behind, oh my God, it was, it was embarrassing, even if these women are single. But what you have to keep in mind is that most of these are married women. Most of these are married women, and Mawira is supposed to be posting another video about an extreme massage or whatever. These are people with children. These are people with wives, and they're behaving like if they are about to participate in an orgy. And it is my sincerely held belief that the same people that are cavorting around in the mud, rubbing each other, and the women screaming and laughing and everything, what are they doing after dark? Folks, let me take another opportunity once again to say, if you're watching my video, if you watch it this far, please like and subscribe. please help me to reach 750. I really want to reach 1,000, and I will reach 1,000, inshallah. But the interim target is 750. Please help me reach 750. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please like and subscribe. Please help sustain the channel. How do you do that? Make comments. Whatever comments you want to make comments. If you don't like what I'm saying, tell me. If you like what I'm saying, tell me. If you have an alternative, you tell me. But please participate. That's really, really very important. Most of all, like and subscribe. I really need for you to like and subscribe. I've been getting, what for my channel is good views. Some of them have even gone over 1,000. But I have never had over 100 likes. Please let this be a day when my likes go over 100. Please make sure that if you like the video, it costs you absolutely nothing to hit the like button. If you don't like it, hit the dislike button. But don't be passive. Don't just sit there. Make your voice heard. I want to hear what you think. But anyway, a lot of these people are married people, and they're out there doing the kind of things that they're doing. Which brings me to another point. Okay, I remember that when Marwa was promoting the Oncoming Party, he kept telling people, we're gonna make babies here. People are gonna be doing things under the trees and in the bushes, and babies are gonna be made here. Make sure you bring condoms and everything. Some of those people were acting like if maybe their interests are not quite Marwa's interests, and I don't really know that they are in Marwa's interests. The person that I noticed engaging in certain kind of behavior. When Coco Boy was there was a boy that he was a singer, and Coco Boy kept going for long walks with this boy and promising to help him start his singing career. That looked very, very shady to me. And now Chris, at one of the parties, he was photographing boys that were dancing, and he did something which, if you have worked in the criminal justice system, if you have worked with people who have been the victim of child molestation, it's called grooming. Out of nowhere, he started giving these boys money. Now he's recently posted another video in which he buys another boy a bicycle. I would just like to say to the parents of anybody who watches this video, be it in Kenya or anywhere else, here in the United States, parents, in the name of God, watch people that you don't know. Watch even people in your own family who are trying to do things that just don't seem typical for your kids. Okay? Watch them. Because a lot of the time those people may have a secret agenda that may end up ruining your child's life. All of this gift giving, all of this passing out of cash to children, and then there's another thing. Another thing that I do not understand. I still don't buy how Mo came to be beat up. They say that he crashed a bicycle. Where's the evidence? Where's the damage to the bicycle, to the motorcycle? And if Mo is the one, if they had an accident and Chris was on it, how come Chris had absolutely no injury, the bike had no damage, but Mo, all of the damage was to his face and to his head? It looked like if he was fighting more than one person and people were punching him in the face, is what it looks like. I'm just saying, there's something that was going on of a fishy nature. Why Mo of all people is the person who, a commentator one of the commentators on my channel pointed out how tightly Chris is clinging to Uncle Mo. Why? Exactly what's going on here. You know, Chris is somebody who's he likes to show off with money. He likes to give money and everything, but he's also very cautious with his money. You know, why has he been giving away money to children? Why is it that he always has to have Uncle Mo with him? And there was a very telling video in which he talked to a village elder, and he was questioning the village elder about how the villages viewed two men being together, two men kissing each other, two men. What in the world? Who does that? Who has that kind of thing? I mean, you know, I'm not gonna say only LGBTQ people do that, but why is he asking those kind of questions? Why all the weird behavior? Parents, I'm not telling you that this man is doing anything. What I'm telling you is be concerned for your children. Okay, the well-being of your sons and of your daughters is a lot more important than money. Okay, your children can be worth more in your life than money. And for that matter, please, please, please watch the young women and protect the young girls. Marwa has been behaving in a way that is almost like if he's procuring women for his VVVIP people. Have you found a Kenyan woman yet? Have you found a Kenyan? What? Are you married? Do you have ever? Why is this? You know, I'm not saying that Marwa is a pimp. I'm just saying this though. In this world, in reality, a man who's always trying to put other men together with women is usually pimping those women. So, folks, all that I say to you is be very careful with your daughters and with your sons. In the meantime, if you haven't liked and subscribed so far, please like and subscribe and sustain this channel. And may God bless each and every one of you. Thank you very much. Asante Asana for watching. May God be with each and every one of you. And have a happy, joyous holiday season. I just ordered my Hanukkah candles today. I wish you all well. Kwaheri.